Well, big breaking news coming out of Punjab. The Bhagwant Mann government, it has decided to remove security cover of over 400 VVIPs, which includes politicians, serving police officers, and also retired police officers. This is in continuation with the Aam Aadmi Party government's, crackdown, as they're calling it, on the VIP culture, and that's why these security personnel seem to have been withdrawn. I'm joined by my senior colleague Jubinderjeet Singh. Jubinder, first tell us who these people are, 400 odd officers, retired, serving and politicians. Who are they?
There are 424 persons, all, and many of them are, as you said, former police officers, politicians, ex-MLAs, religious leaders, and then serving police officers. Now, this category was not touched earlier, and it was very, very important because an SSP has, I think, he has authorized for 4, but he was keeping a lot more than that number. And then as the rank goes high, and so they were like, even some persons have had 16 to 20 guards with them, and they were not doing the guard work. They were, some was a cook, some was a gardener or a driver, or someone was ferrying kids from school. So this was an area which was not touched earlier. So this list mainly includes that, and of course the religious deras and the religious heads also.
Also, Jubinder, this is in continuation with the Aam Aadmi Party's, when they came to power, they said they want to end this VIP culture. They had these reforms in jail, now, cutting down on the security cover of these VIPs. Is it going to stop here, or they are planning more such cuts in security of these VIPs? So far, how many of these have been done?
So we did a quick check. I think mainly it is the third one. There may be some shorter pruning of the security, but mainly third.
Right.
So it started right from 12th of March, when 122 persons, mainly the ex-MLAs who had lost the elections, their security was withdrawn. Then on 23rd of April, 124 VVIP security was withdrawn, and now 424. In between, CM had tried to prune his security also, but then I think there were a lot of security issues and he was not allowed to do that.
Right. Yeah. And does it also, what about the main prominent political party leaders? Are there any plans to cut down on the security cover of, SED chief or other political parties? Are there any plans and such?
Yeah, this one include, 10 persons have been withdrawn from the Radhaswamy Satsang Vyas, which was like, not heard of earlier. Then Jathedar, Kal Takht Jathedar, officiating Jathedar Harpreet Singh, 3 persons have been, gunmen have been withdrawn out of 6 in his kitty. He was recently...
That's what I was coming to. On this Kal Takht Jathedar, just a few days back, recently he had made a controversial statement on Sikh youths being provided licensed weapons. He claims that it is in response to that.
Yes.
How is the government responded to those charges?
Government has not responded. He released a video saying that the government has withdrawn my 3 security guards, and the government can withdraw my all. The total are 6, and he was recently in controversy, and he has referred it to that, that he had made this demand and the government should not do this. And he has said that my followers and people of Punjab are actually my real security, so I don't need police security.
And also, Jubinder, you've been covering police for so many years. For the understanding of our viewers, what is the process of identifying that, this particular person doesn't deserve this many security personnel? What is the process? Take us through the process. Is there some kind of an intelligence input they gather, or what is the process like?
Well, there are basically, we can categorize it into 2 parts. One is that a person approaches for security, and then he has to convince the government that he has faced threats. So threats can be on social media, threats can be phone calls or in person. And second category is where the government comes to know about a person's threat perception, during investigation of a case. Like recently, there was this, that, defense and police offices, their security was beefed up because of the RPG attack on police intelligence. The third category, which is like automatic, is the persons who holds an official rank, or he's an MLA or MP or some other, minister and all that. So that is the process, and there is a committee in the ADGP security, headed by the ADGP security. So they take intelligence inputs and they do some other survey also. Well,
No,
this
as far as the when it comes to withdrawing the security is concerned, is it some kind of a review? Who reviews that this person doesn't need a security now? I was referring to that process.
Yeah.
Is there a committee? Do they just study the pattern? What do they do?
Well, you see, there are two things. On paper, there is a committee and there is a well laid out procedure that we have to revisit the person's this thing. Some like a lot of Shiv Sainiks had security earlier,
Right.
but now they don't have, and so I mean that's on paper.
Right.
But otherwise, it is the political will.
Well, right.
So the political masters, like one DGP was inclined towards giving security to the Shiv Sainiks.
Okay.
The other was
Wasn't.
not, and now they are without security.
Right.
Similarly, if you see these lists, they will only have Congress and Akali, mainly, the ex-politicians who have lost. Even an MLA has lost two persons, Majithia's wife, Vikram Majithia's wife, and she may have more than her allowed kitty. So there are two systems which work. One is the legal official on paper, which goes through a committee. There is a report made. A report is taken from the CID also, from the area SHO, the SSP also, and then intelligence also, and then all that is reviewed. And the other is simple order from the chief minister, or
That you have to give.
or the party chief. Yeah.
And what happens to, as far as the ministers in the Aam Aadmi Party cabinet are concerned, is the security to these ministers proportionate, or are there any allegations that they're disproportionate to their security threats? Have they rationalized the security structuring of their own ministers?
Well, so far, as per the information with us, they have the optimal quota of security guards with them.
Okay.
Because this is a very big sensitive subject,
Right.
and I don't think AAP will falter on this.
Okay.
The CM was keen to curtail his security down, but that was not allowed.
Okay.
Because it's a 4-tier security and it goes with the CM.
Right. Thank you, Jipinder. Thank you so much for these details. So those were the insights into this order which was issued by the Bhagwant Mann government on withdrawing security cover to around 400 odd people. The Aam Aadmi Party government, as we've been mentioning, it has maintained that it will try to crack down on the VIP culture in the state, and this order is being seen as part of that. We'll keep on providing you all the latest updates on not just on this story, but other stories, not just from Punjab, but other regions as well. You can log on to our website, tribuneindia.com, or other social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Meanwhile, thanks for joining.